Hey folks, how you doing out there today? Remo back, and we are out on my newest Snowrunner mod map project, which is map 3 of the Gauntlet region. As you can see right here, we're looking at kind of a desert crawling start to this map. If you haven't seen the short I put out the other night, what I figured out is we can have sand that has physics put into it. It has some depth and the ability to get stuck. Unfortunately, there's no way I can get rid of the snow look to the dust kicking up off the tires. For the most part, everyone seems to be saying just go ahead with it. I think we would all appreciate the better feeling and more challenge to the sand than that little bit of white stuff coming off the tires. So I've gone ahead and worked it into all the sand areas of this map so far. What we have here is the first part of this map. Like the other ones, is going to have kind of different sections, but we're doing kind of a crawling, pick your way through. The one thing I will add about this map is there is not going to be any trails. This one's going to be a little different than the other ones. Oh, that was a pretty close to a rollover. I have hidden, actually, just to interrupt there, I have hidden a bunch of trees and stuff. I've even thrown them under rocks. So typically if you have a decent length winch, you should find something you can winch to, but maybe not all the time. Yeah, what I'm doing with this map is we're not going to do any trails. With the other maps, I've given a couple trails and it's been more treed-in areas. This one is going to be complete free range, just get to the other end is going to be the goal on it. The vehicle we're using here is the IR Desert Crawler. Can't remember which set of tires on it, but I would say that these are much more of a vanilla based tune than OP, IR's trucks in general, so it gives you a pretty good idea. This thing's crawling up the rocks not too bad, so hopefully traction isn't too much of an issue. Previously I've gone through here with a few different John Hot Rod trucks with the red line setup tires, and they seem to have pretty good traction. I've kind of gone against my rule a bit, and I've used the rocks at a slightly larger scale because there's just so many rocks here. I couldn't do it all with small ones, so hopefully it all works out. It should be a real fun pick your way through however you want to get up and over this crawling section. The next section you'll see when we get over the hill here, and these areas up along the bank here I'm gonna play around with a bit more. I need to add more rocks and make some of these steps a little bit smaller. It's looking like it might not be completely doable. Again, a decent length winch. These are not, the Gauntlet maps are not intended for a vanilla truck run through. I'm sure some people could manage through it, be a slow pull, but definitely mod focused maps, these little maps. I don't know why none of them, neither the first map or the region, have been approved at this point. I guess they must just have a bit of a backlog, but hopefully they will get through to console soon. I am going to do a quick update to the Gauntlet map. I was notified that I messed up the timer, so I should get to that very soon if it isn't already done when you see this video. Yeah, I'm gonna spend a bit more time placing in some rocks in around these so the steps are a little more doable. I don't want it to be super easy. This is a little aggressive. Now this has a short little wheelbase. I'm sure there's vehicles that you could get up here with, and this isn't the only place that you can go up. I just kind of picked it. It's literally a choose your own adventure map completely. Like I said, there's not going to be a single trail. We're definitely struggling here. I think the next map that I do for this, the fourth one, is going to be kind of a human-made obstacle course type one. Like, not a course, but just a bunch of maybe some small bridges to go over, some pipes, stuff like that, like I've done in other maps. Probably through a bit of a forest run. This one might actually have a bunch of trail options, so we'll see. Any ideas, let me know. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards. So we've got a good crawling mud one on the first map. Second map is winter, lots of snow, crawling, breaking ice. This one's going to be the desert. As you can see, once we finally get up over this hill, what we're looking at is a big area of the extrudable sand, the physics-based kind of sand that I've put in. So it should be a fun place to run around with some high speeds. It's a little more forgiving when you do jumps and stuff. I'm going to kind of play around with the terrain, and it's not going to be a challenge to get across other than there are no winch points. So if you roll over, you're in trouble that way. You're going to have to get another vehicle over there. So really, just got to spend a bit more time on this hill and definitely make some of these steps a little bit smaller. Just too big. This isn't a super big truck. I'm sure something with larger wheels, a little longer wheelbase, might have a bit of an easier time in spots. Now, I haven't really put too many ways down the other side of this cliff. Most of it's pretty much a sheer cliff. I'm going to work in a few spots that you should be able to kind of wiggle down slowly. I think I did this side. One of the sides I did, so you'll be able to climb down it. It would be pretty tough to get back up. Oh, this one looks like I'm not quite finished. That's a bit of a drop. No, we'll get down there. Yeah, it's not supposed to be quite that much. Oh, we got the balancing truck. Perfect. So what I'm going to do is fill in some of these areas to drop down into the sand. And then you'll have a few places we can climb down, climb back up to. It's probably going to be a winch kind of run. I guess it depends on the vehicle, but... Alright, we're back over. Another reason to have a longer winch. Now, like I say, hopefully the snow flying up, we can use our imagination. It definitely gives a better feel in the sand, and I'm going to vary the depth a little bit more. I just kind of threw it in fairly quick, and I'm going to have to work it in like I would a swamp and mud. But just a fun place we can run around in the softer sand, get a feel for it. Call this like the physics-based sand test map. And then what we're going to do is come down in here, and it's going to be a large river, muddy area that you're going to have to pick. There's a bunch of different riverways. Choose your own adventure. Anyways, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you again soon.